Thank you for joining us this afternoon and to those at home that are watching. Today, we are so excited to have the Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater here doing Taming of the Shrew. So everybody enjoy yourself. It should be a lot of fun, and when it's over with, we have some questionnaires in the back. If you wouldn't mind filling those out, it helps us plan for future programs. Enjoy.
Greetings and salutations, friends, and welcome to our audio play. Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater presents, for your delight, a recreation of the 1937 Columbia Broadcasting System radio drama, The Taming of the Shrew, based, of course, upon the original drama of 1597 or so by the late, great William Shakespeare. Well, at least that's what it says here.
Art thou finished, Harold?
Patience is a virtue, Curtis. At the time of the original broadcast, radio shows had a live studio audience. For this show, you are our live studio audience.
They are?
Well, don't they look lively to you?
Well, I've seen lively
Okay,
here.
don't answer that.
Shouldn't we ask them to silence their cell phones?
I believe thou just hast, Curtis. So, feel free, guys, to watch our actors speak their lines, and our sound effects crew and our music people work their magic. Or sit back, close your eyes, and let the sounds of the story creep in your ears.
Creep in their ears? Is that not a misquotation from The Merchant of Venice?
If these interruptions cease not, thou may findest thyself meeting the Merchant of Menace.
I have no stomach for such merchandise. Art through yet?
Almost. Friends, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater, NWAAT.
Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater is on the air.
The scene of this light-hearted farce is in the Italian city of Padua, an open square with a fountain, an inn, and a cathedral. Out of a noble house in this noble square come 5 people. First, young Bianca, quiet as a mouse and sweet, and a little frightened by the trouble around her. Behind her are 2 men who want to marry her, young Hortensio and the proud and pompous Antico. Next, Bianca's proud sister, Catherine, pushing the others arrogantly aside and striding into the square. And behind Catherine, sputtering and flustered, their father, old Baptista, hoping to make peace in this angry gathering.
Gentlemen, importune me no farther. How I firmly am resolved, you know. That is, not to bestow my youngest daughter before I have a husband for the elder. If either of you both love Catherine, because I know you well and love you well, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure. What say you, Antico?
To cart her, rather. She's too rough for me.
I pray you, sir, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Mates? Mate? How mean you that? No mates for you, lest you are gentler, milder mold.
But if it were, doubt not her care should be to comb your noddle with a 3-legged stool and paint your face and use you like a fool. Ha, Hortensio.
From all such devils, good Lord deliver us.
Me too. Good Lord.
Gentlemen, that I may soon make good what I have said. Bianca, get you in, and let it not dispose thee, good Bianca, for I will love thee ne'ertheless, my girl.
Such a spoiled little child. My sister gets her way with a cry or a sigh.
Sister, content you in my discontent. Sir, to your will, humbly I subscribe. My books and instruments shall be my company, on them to look and practice by myself.
Gentlemen, content you. I am resolved. Go in, Bianca, and for I know she taketh most delight in music, instruments, and poetry, schoolmasters will I keep within my house, fit to instruct her youth. If you, Hortensio, or Signor Antico, you know any such, prefer them hither. And so farewell. Catherine, you may stay, for I have more to commune with Bianca.
Why? And I trust I may go in too, may I not? What? Shall I be appointed hours as though it be like I knew not what to take and what to leave? Ha!
They have gone away. Hortensio and Antico have to postpone their rivalry for the sweet Bianca because her father has made it an absolute condition that the eldest sister must be married first. So, both rivals set out to find some man who will be willing to marry Catherine the Shrew. And here, as luck would have it, comes just the man. Yes, Petruchio is just the man. You can tell it by the way he swaggers down the street looking for Hortensio's house. You can tell it by the perch of his plumed hat angled over one impudent eye. An adventurous fellow, out to seek his fortune, ready for anything, especially a tempestuous relationship, a beautiful girl, and a rich marriage. Behind him, his servant Grumio is weighed down with Petruchio's luggage.
I trow this is his house. Here, Sir Grumio. Knock, I say.
Knock, sir. Whom should I knock? Is there any man has abused your worship?
Villain, I say knock me here soundly.
Knock you here, sir? Why, sir, what am I, sir, that I should knock you here, sir?
Villain, I say knock me at this gate, and rap me well, or I'll knock your knave's pate.
Help, help! My master is mad!
Now knock when I bid you, sirrah villain.
Oh, no. What's the matter?
Good Hortensio, I bade the rascal knock upon your gate, and could not get him for my heart to do it.
Knock at the gate? Oh, heavens! Spake you not these words plain? Sirrah, knock me here, rap me well, knock me well, and knock me soundly. And come you now with knocking at the gate?
Sirrah, begone, or talk not, I advise you.
Petruchio, patience. I'm Grumio's pledge. And tell me now, sweet friend, what happy gale blows you from Padua, from old Verona?
Such wind as scatters young men through the world, to seek their fortunes farther than at home. I have thrust myself into this maze, happily to wive and thrive as best I may.
Wive? Petruchio, shall I then come roundly to thee and wish thee to a shrewd, ill-favored wife? Thou dost thank me but a little for my counsel, and yet I'll promise she will be rich.
Signor Hortensio, twixt such friends as we, few words suffice, and therefore, if thou know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, be she as foul as Florentius' love, or as old as Sibyl, and as cursed and shrewd as Socrates' Xanthippe, or worse, she moves me not, or not removes at least affection's edge in me, were she as rough as the swelling Adriatic seas, I have come to wive it wealthily in Padua, if wealthily, then happily in Padua.
Petruchio, since we are set thus far in, I will continue that I broached in jest. I can, Petruchio, though, help thee to a wife with wealth enough, young, beauteous, and brought up as best becomes a gentlewoman.
Oh.
Her only fault, and that is false enough, is that she is intolerable cursed, and shrewd and headstrong so beyond all measure that were my state far worse than it is, I would not wed her for a mine of gold.
Hortensio, peace. Thou knowest not gold's effect. Why, I came hither but for that intent. Think you little din can daunt mine ears? Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard the seas puffed up with winds, rage like an angry boar, chafed with sway? Have I not heard great ordnance in the field, and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? Have I not heard pitched battle, heard loud larums, neighing steeds, and trumpets clang? And do you tell me of a woman's tongue? That gives not half so great a blow to hear, as will a chestnut in a farmer's fire.
Oh, but...
Tush, tush, fear boys with bugs. Tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough. For I will board her, though she chide as loud as thunder when the clouds in autumn crack.
Her father is Baptista Manola, an affable and courteous gentleman. Her name is Katharina Manola, renowned in Padua for her scolding tongue.
I will not sleep, Hortensio, till I see her.
Sorry, Petruchio. I must go with thee, for in Baptista's keep my treasure is. He hath the jewel of my life in hold, his youngest daughter, beautiful Bianca. Now shall my friend Petruchio do me grace, and offer me, disguised in sober robes, to old Baptista as a schoolmaster, well seen in music, to instruct Bianca. That so I may, by this device at least, have leave and leisure to make love to her, till Catherine the Cursed have got a husband. Come.
Catherine the Cursed. A title for a maid.
It is now late afternoon, and the suitors for Bianca's hand call on Baptista. Baptista is attended by his servant, Biondello. Of the people who now approach, Baptista seems to know only the vain Antico. Another suitor has come into action, Lucentio, who pretends to be a teacher of Latin. And Antico, who is too proud to disguise himself, has hired this young Latin teacher to plead his cause with Bianca. And now, to clear the way by getting Catherine married off, they are bringing Petruchio to Father Baptista's house. Antico enters with a young man, Lucentio, disguised as a Latin teacher by the name of Cambio.
Good morrow, neighbor Antico.
Good morrow, neighbor Baptista. I freely give unto you this young scholar that hath been long studying at Reims, cunning in Greek, Latin, and other languages. His name is Cambio. Pray, accept his service.
1,000 thanks, Signor Antico. Welcome, good Cambio.
Petruchio enters with Hortensio, disguised as a music teacher by the name of Litio.
God save you, gentlemen, and you, good sir, pray. Have you not a daughter called Catherine, fair and virtuous?
I do have a daughter, sir, called Catherine.
I am a gentleman of Verona, sir, that hearing of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior, am bold to show myself a forward guest within your house to make mine eyes the witness of that report which I so oft have heard. And for entrance to my entertainment, I do present you with a man of mine, Litio, cunning in music and the mathematics, to instruct her fully in those sciences, whereof I know she's not ignorant, except of him, or else you do me wrong.
You're welcome, sir, and he for your good sake. But for my daughter Catherine, this I know. She is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you do not mean to part with her, or else you like not of my company.
Mistake me not. I speak but as I find. Whence are you, sir? What may I call your name?
Petruchio is my name, Antonio's son, a man well known throughout all Italy.
I know him well. You are welcome for his sake. Biondello, lead these gentlemen to my daughters, and tell them both these are their tutors. Bid them use them well.
Yes, sir.
See now, Petruchio, we will go walk a little in the orchard.
Signor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo. You knew my father well, and in him me. left solely heir to all his lands and goods, which I have bettered rather than decreased. Tell me, if I get your daughter's love, what dowry shall I have with her to wife?
After my death, 1/2 of my lands.
Aye.
And in possession, 20,000 crowns.
Father, let specialties be therefore drawn between us, that covenants may be kept on either hand.
Aye, when the special thing is well obtained, that is, her love, for that is all in all.
Why, that is nothing. For I tell you, Father, I am as peremptory as a proud-minded, and where two raging fires meet together, they do consume the thing that feeds their fury. Though little fire grows great with little wind, yet extreme gusts will blow out fire and all. So I to her, and so she yields to me, for I am rough and woo not like a babe.
Well mayst thou woo, and happy be thy speed. But be thou armed for some unhappy words. How now, good fiddler? Why dost thou look so pale?
For fear, I promise you, if I look pale.
What? Will my daughter Catherine prove a good musician?
I think she'll sooner prove a soldier. Iron may hold her, but never lutes.
Why, then thou canst not break her to the lute.
Why no, for she hath broke the lute to me. I did but tell her that she mistook her frets, and I bowed her hand to teach her the fingering, when with a most impatient devilish spirit, frets, she says, quoted thee, I'll fume with them. And with that word, she struck me on the head.
Now, by word, it is a lusty wench. I love her 10 times more than I did. Oh, how I long to have some chat with her.
Good master fiddler, go with me, and be not so discomfited. Proceed in haste with my younger daughter. She's apt to learn, and thankful for good turns.
Thank you, sire.
Signor Petruchio, will you go with us, or shall I send my daughter Kate to you?
I pray you do. I'll attend her here. And woo her with some spirit when she comes. Say that she rail, why then I'll tell her plain, she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. Say that she frown, I'll say she looks as clear as the morning roses newly washed with dew. Say she be mute, and will not speak a word, then I'll commend her volubility, and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks, as though she bid me stay by her a week, and if she deny to wed, I'll crave the day when I shall be the bands and when be married. But here she comes, and now, Petruchio, speak.
Sir?
Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, you have heard, but something hard of hearing. They call me Catherine, that do talk of me.
You lie in faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the cursed, but Kate, the prettiest Kate in Christendom. Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate, the most Kateable of all Kates. And therefore, Kate. Take this of me, Kate, of my consolation. Hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtue spoke of, thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs, myself of moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved, in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first, you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it, come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you. Come, come, you wasp, buzz, buzz, buzz.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy, then, is to pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies, and so farewell.
Nay, come again, good Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms. If you strike me, you are no gentleman.
Nay, come, Kate, come. You must not look so sour.
It is my fashion when I see a crab.
Why, here's no crab, therefore look not sour.
There is, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What? You mean my face?
Well aimed of such a young one.
Now by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
'Tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate, in sooth, you scape not so.
I chafe you if I tarry. Let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough and coy and sullen, and now I find report a very liar. For thou art pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, but slow in speech, yet sweet as the springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk, but thou with mildness entertainest thy wooers. With gentle conference so soft and affable, why does the world report that Kate doth limp? O slanderous world, Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender and brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk, thou dost not halt.
Where did you study all this goodly speech?
It is extempore, my mother wit.
A witty mother, witless else her son.
Am I not wise, and therefore setting all this chat aside? Thus, in plain terms, your father has consented that you shall be my wife, your dowry agreed on, and will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am a husband for your turn, for by this light whereby I see thy beauty that doth make me like thee well, thou must be married to no man but me. For I am he born to tame you, Kate, and bring you from wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Here comes your father and old Antico. Never make denial. I must and will have Catherine to my wife.
Now, Signor Petruchio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well, sir, how but well. It were impossible I should speed amiss.
Why, how now, daughter Catherine? In your dumps?
Call you me daughter? Now, I promise you, you would have shown a tender fatherly regard to wish me wed to one half lunatic, a madcap ruffian, and a swearing jack that thinks with oaths to face the matter out.
Father, doth this yourself and all the world that talked of her have talked amiss of her. If she be cursed, it is for policy, for she is not obstinate, but modest as the dove. She is not hot, but tempered as the morn. For patience she will prove a second Griselle, and a Roman Lucrece for her chastity. And to conclude, we have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
I'll see thee hanged on Sunday first.
Petruchio, she says she'll see thee hanged first.
Be patient, gentlemen. I choose her for myself, if she and I be pleased. What's that to you? 'Tis bargain twixt us twain, being alone, that she shall still be cursed in company. I tell you, 'tis incredible to believe how much she loves me. Oh, the kindest Kate.
Kind?
She hung about my neck and kiss on kiss.
Kiss?
She vied so fast, protesting oath on oath, that in a twink she won me to her love. Give me thy hand, Kate, and I will unto Venice to buy apparel against the wedding day. Provide the feast, father, bid the guests. I will be sure my Catherine shall be fine.
I know not what to say, but give me your hands. God send you joy, Petruchio. 'Tis a match.
Amen, say we. We will be witnesses.
Father and wife and gentlemen, adieu. I will to Venice. Sunday comes apace. We will have rings and things and fine array. And kiss me, Kate. We'll be married, oh, Sunday.
Oh.
So, Petruchio and Catherine have set the foundation for a perfect marriage. They have insulted one another to the best of their ability. She has slapped him, and he has rendered her speechless with fury. And if this be love, it certainly wears a strange disguise. Yet, disguise or not, it seems to lead to the altar. At least they are here in front of the grandest church in Padua, and a crowd of neighbors and passerbys are beginning to wonder why old Baptista is dressed in his best, and why Catherine, dressed in her wedding finery, is so furious. The reason is clear. Everyone is ready for the wedding, with one exception. There is no bridegroom. Petruchio is nowhere in sight.
This is the appointed day that Catherine and Petruchio should be married, and yet we hear naught of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want the bridegroom when the priest attends?
No shame but mine. I must forsooth be forced to give my hand opposed against my heart unto a mad-brain Rudesby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste and means to wed at leisure. I told you, he was a frantic fool. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make feasts, invite friends, and proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Catherine and say, lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her. Oh, would Catherine had never seen him.
Master, master.
Biondello, what news?
News, and such old news as you never heard of.
Is Petruchio come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
Well? Well?
Why, Petruchio is coming in a new hat and an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, an old rusty sword ta'en out of the town armory with 2 broken points, his horse hipped, and an old mothy sandal and stirrups of no hindrance.
Spare me the rest. And who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey Grumio, with a linen stock on one leg, a kersey boot hose on the other, gartered with a red and blue list, an old hat, and the humor of 40 fancies picked in it for a feather. A monster, a very monster in apparel, and not like a Christian footboy or a gentleman's lackey.
I'm glad he's come, howsoe'er he comes.
Come, where be these gallants? Who's at home?
Aye, who's at home here?
You are welcome, Petruchio.
But where is Kate? Where is my lovely bride?
Aye, where's our lovely bride?
How does my father, gentles, methinks you frown? And wherefore gaze this goodly company, as if they saw some wondrous monuments, some comet or unusual prodigy?
Aye, prodigy.
Why, sir, you know this is your wedding day. First were we sad, fearing you would not come. Now sadder because you come so unprovided. Fie, doff this habit, shame to your estate, an eyesore to our solemn festival.
To me she's married, not unto my clothes.
No, but...
But where is Kate?
Aye, where is Kate?
I stay too long from her, the morning wears. It's time we were to church.
Aye, time we go to church.
A pretty bride.
A mad bridegroom! See, the church door's open. They're coming out.
Oh, my goodness.
On the steps of the church, Petruchio stops with his bride on his arm and bows to the crowd. They see Catherine, not blushing as a bride, but flushed with the humiliation that Petruchio has brought on her. For there she is dazzling in lace and white satin, and there he is, shabby and tattered. A man who deliberately dressed up like a scarecrow for his wedding day. And yet, Petruchio seems unconscious that he has made a spectacle of himself. He seems rather pleased and debonair. Without a doubt, he plans to attend the wedding feast in these same clothes, the banquet to which all of the friends and the acquaintances are coming, and which he and his bride will be the guest of honor.
Gentlemen and friends, I thank you for your pains. I know you think to dine with me today, and have prepared great store of wedding cheer. But so it is, my haste doth call me hence, and therefore I'm here I mean to take my leave.
Is it possible you will away tonight?
I must away today before night comes.
What?
Make it no wonder, if you knew of my business, you would entreat me rather go than stay. And honest company, I thank you all that have beheld me give away myself to this most patient, sweet, and virtuous wife. Dine with my father, drink health to me, for I must hence, and farewell to you all.
Let us entreat you to stay till after dinner.
Hortensio, it may not be.
Let me entreat you.
Antico, it cannot be.
Let me entreat you.
Catherine, I am content.
Are you content to stay?
I am content you shall entreat me stay, but yet not stay, entreat me how you can.
Now, if you love me, stay.
Grumio, my horses.
Hey, sir. They be ready. The oats have eaten the horses.
Nay, then. I will not go today. No, tomorrow. Not till I please myself.
Oh, Kate, content thee, prithee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do?
What? What?
Father, be quiet. He shall stay my leisure. Gentlemen, forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool if she had not a spirit to resist.
They shall go forward, Kate, at thy command. Obey the bride that attend on her. Go to the feast, revel and domineer. Be mad and merry, or go hang yourselves. But for my bonny Kate, she must with me.
No.
Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what's mine own. She is my goods, my chattels. She is my house, my household stuff, my field, my barn, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. And here she stands. Touch her whoever dare. I'll bring mine action unto the proudest he that stops my way in Padua.
Petruchio!
Grumio, draw forth thy weapon. We are beset by thieves. Rescue thy mistress if thou be a man. Fear not, sweet wench, they shall not touch thee, Kate. I'll buckle her at thee against 1,000,000.
Catherine's honeymoon begins when she is dragged off to Petruchio's home in the country, but not to a noble hall richly hung with tapestries and with logs roaring in the fireplaces. Oh no. The taming of Catherine the Shrew is to begin in a mean, cold hallway, bare and grim, in which the servants cluster together, their teeth chattering, waiting for the coming of their master. The servant Grumio, who has ridden on ahead, comes in the door, half frozen from his long journey.
Fie! On all tired jades, on all mad masters, and all foul ways! Was ever a man so beaten? Was ever a man so betrayed? Was ever a man so weary? Holla-ho, Curtis!
Who is it that calls so coldly?
A piece of ice! If thou doubt it, thou mayst slide from my shoulder to my heel, with no greater a run but my head and my neck. A fire, good Curtis!
Is my master and his wife coming, Grumio?
Oh, aye, Curtis, aye. And therefore fire! Cast on no water!
Is she so hot a shrew as she's reported?
She was, good Curtis, before this frost. But thou knowest, winter tames man, woman, and beast. But wilt thou make a fire, or shall I complain on thee to our mistress, whose hand thou shalt soon feel to thy cold comfort?
I prithee, good Grumio, tell me, how goes the world?
A cold world, Curtis, in every office but thine, and therefore fire. Do thy duty, and have thy duty, for my master and mistress are almost frozen to death.
There's fire already, and therefore, good Grumio, the news.
Why, I have caught extreme cold. Oh, where's the cook? Is supper ready? The house trimmed? Rushes strewed? Cobwebs swept? The serving men in their new fustian, their white stockings, and every officer his wedding garment on, be the jacks fair within, the Jills fair without. The carpet's laid and everything in order.
Already, and therefore I pray thee, news.
First, know my horse is tired. My master and mistress fallen out.
How?
Out of their saddles and into the dirt, and thereby hangs a tale.
Let's hat, good Grumio.
We came down a foul hill, my master riding behind my mistress.
Both of one horse?
What's that to thee?
Why, a horse.
Tell thou the tale.
Nay.
Tell thou the tale.
Good Grumio.
But hadst thou not crossed me, thou shouldst have heard how her horse fell, and she under her horse. Thou shouldst have heard in how miry a place, how she was bemoiled, how he left her with the horse upon her, how he beat me because her horse stumbled, how she waded through the dirt to pluck him off me, how he swore, how she prayed that's never prayed before, and how I cried, and how the horses all ran away, how her bridle was burst, and many other things of worthy memory, which now shall die in oblivion, and thou return unexperienced to thy grave.
By this reckoning, he is more a shrew than she.
Aye, and that thou and the proudest of you all shall find when he comes home. What talk I of this? Call forth Nathaniel, Philip, and the rest. Let their heads be slickly combed, their blue coats brushed, and their garter of an indifferent knit. Let them curtsy with their left legs, and not presume to touch a hair of my master's horsetail till they kiss their hands. Are they all ready?
They are.
Call them forth.
Do you hear? Ho! Welcome home, Grumio.
Fellow Grumio!
How now, lad?
Welcome you. How now you? And thus much for greeting. Now, my spruce companions, is all ready and all things neat?
All things is ready, all things neat.
Even,
How near is our master?
even a hand alighted by this, and therefore be not...
Where be these knaves?
I hear my master.
What, no man at the door to hold my stirrup nor take my horse? Where is Nathaniel and Philip?
Here, sir.
Here, sir, here, sir.
Oh, Petruchio.
You logger-headed and unpolished grooms. What, no attendance, no regard, no duty? Where is the foolish knave I sent before?
Here, sir, as foolish as I was before.
You peasant swain, you malt horse drudge. Did I not bid thee meet me at the park and bring along these rascal knaves with thee?
Aye, sir.
Go fetch my supper. Where is the life that late I led? Where are those? Sit down, Kate, and welcome. Woot, 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 woot. Why, when I say, nay, good sweet Kate, be merry. Off with my boots, you rogues, you villains. When it was the fair on orders grey, and he forth walked on his way. Out, you rogue! You plucked my foot awry. Take that! And mend the plucking of the other. Be merry, Kate. Some water here. What ho? Where is my spaniel, Troilus? And where are my slippers? Shall I have some water?
Here, sir! Here, sir!
Come, Kate, and wash, and welcome heartily. Villain, will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you. 'Twas a fault unwilling.
A beetle-headed, flap-eared knave. Come, Kate, sit down. I know you have a stomach. Will it give thanks, sweet Kate, or else shall I? What's this? Mutton.
Aye, sir.
Who brought it?
Aye, sir.
'Tis burnt, and so is all the meat.
Pray, good Petruchio.
What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? How durst you villains bring me it from the dresser, and serve it thus to me that love it not? There, take it to you, treacherous cup and all. You heedless, jolt-head, unmannered slaves! What, do you grumble? I'll be with you straight.
I pray you, husband, be not thou so disquiet. The meat was well if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressly am forbid to touch it. For it engenders choler, plaineth anger, and better 'twere that both us did fast, since of ourselves are choleric. Then it feedeth with such over-roasted flesh. Be patient, tomorrow it shall be mended. And for this night we'll fast for company. Come, I will bring thee to thy bridal chamber.
Philip, did I see the light?
He kills her with her own humor.
Where is he?
In her chamber, Grumio, making a sermon of continency to her, and rails and swears and rates that she, poor soul, knows not which way to stand, to look. Away, away, for he is coming hither.
Where is the life that late I led? Where are those? Thus I have politically begun my reign, and 'tis my hope to end successfully. She ate no meat today, nor none shall eat. Last night she slept not, nor tonight she shall not. As with the meat, some undeserved fault I'll find about the making of the bed. And here I'll fling the pillow, there the bolster, this way the coverlet, another way the sheets. Aye, and amid this hurley I intend that all is done in reverent care of her, and in conclusion, she shall watch all night. And if she chance to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and with a clamor keep her still awake. This is the way to kill a wife with kindness. And thus I'll curb her mad and headstrong humor. He that knows better how to tame a shrew, now let him speak.
A night of turmoil and shouting, a morning of the same clamor, and all on an empty stomach is too much for Catherine. At lunch, she conquers her pride and humbly goes to find Grumio in the dining hall. But Grumio is sly, has received his instructions from Petruchio, and receives as much pleasure as his master in teasing and torturing his mistress.
No. Forsooth, I dare not for my life.
The more my wrong, the more his spite appears. What, did he marry me to famish me? I am starved for meat, giddy for lack of sleep, with oaths kept waking and with brawling fed. And that which spites me more than all these ones, he does it under the name of perfect love. As who should say, if I should sleep or eat, 'twere deadly sickness or else present death. I prithee, go and get me some repast. I care not what, so it be wholesome food.
What say you to a neat's foot?
'Tis passing good. I prithee, let me have it.
I fear it is too choleric a meat. How say you to a fat tripe, finely broiled?
I like it well. Good Grumio, fetch it me.
I cannot tell. I fear 'tis choleric. How say you to a piece of beef and mustard?
A dish that I do love to feed upon.
Aye, but the mustard is too hot a little.
Then the beef and let the mustard rest.
Nay, then, I will not. You shall have the mustard, or else you get no beef of Grumio.
Then both, or one, or whatever thou wilt.
Why, then, the mustard without the beef.
Go, get thee gone. Sorrow on thee, and all the pack of you that triumph thus upon my misery. Go, get thee gone, I say.
How fares my Kate? What, sweeting all amort?
Faith, as cold as can be.
Pluck up thy spirits, look cheerfully upon me. Here, love, thou dost seest how diligent I am to dress thy meat myself and bring it to thee. I am sure, sweet Kate, this kindness merits thanks. What, not a word? Nay, then, thou lovest it not? All my pains assorted to no proof. Here, take this away, this dish.
I pray you, let it stand.
The poor service is repaid with thanks, and so shall mine before you touch the meat.
I thank you, sir.
Kate, eat apace. Now, my honey love, we will return unto thy father's house, and revel as bravely as best. What hast thou dined? The tailor, the haberdasher, they stay thy leisure, to deck thy body with their ruffled treasures. Come, tailor, let's see these ornaments, lay forth the gown.
Here is the cap your worship did bespeak from me, the haberdasher.
Why, this was molded on a porringer, a velvet dish. Fie, 'tis lewd and filthy. Why, 'tis a cockle or a walnut shell. A knack, a toy, a trick, a baby's cap. Away with it. Come, let me have a bigger.
Oh, I'll have no bigger. This don't fit the time, and gentlewomen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, you shall have one too, and not till then.
Why, sir, I trust I may have leave to speak. And speak I will. I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me, say my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart, concealing it, will break, and rather than it shall, I will be free, even to the uttermost as I please in words.
Why, thou sayest true. It was a paltry cap, a custard coffin, a bauble, a silken pie. I love thee well in that thou likest it not.
Love me or love me not, I like the cap, and it I will have or I will have none.
She will have none.
Oh.
Thy gown. Come, tailor, let us see it.
Here.
Oh, mercy God, what masking stuff is here? What's this, a sleeve?
Aye, sir.
'Tis like a demi-cannon. What, up and down, carved like an apple tart?
Sire.
Here's a snip and nip and cut and slish and slash, like to a censor in a barber shop. Why, what's the devil's name, tailor, thou callest this?
You bid me make it orderly and well, according to the fashion and the time.
Marry and did. But if you be remembered, I did not bid you mar it to the time.
I never saw a better fashioned gown. More quaint, more pleasing, nor more commendable. Belike you mean to make a puppet of me.
Why, true, he means to make a puppet of thee.
She says that your worship means to make a puppet of her.
Oh, monstrous arrogance! Thou liest, thou thread, thou thimble. Braved in mine own house with this skein of thread, I tell thee, that thou hast marred her gown.
Your worship is deceived. The gown is made just as my master had direction. Grumio gave order how it should be done.
So, Grumio.
I gave him no order. I gave him the stuff.
But how did you desire it should be made?
Yes, how? How?
Marry, sir, with needle and thread.
But did you not request to have it cut?
I say to thee, I bid thy master cut out the gown, but I did not bid him to cut it to pieces. Ergo, thou liest.
Why, here is the note of the fashion to testify.
Read it.
The note lies in its throat if it says I said so.
In the first place, a loose-bodied gown.
So?
Master, if ever I said loose-bodied gown, sew me in the skirts of it and beat me to death with a bottom of brown thread. I said a gown.
Proceed.
With a short cape.
I confess the cape.
With a trunk sleeve.
I confess 2 sleeves.
The sleeves curiously cut.
Ah, there's the villainy.
Ah, there's the villainy.
Curiously cut.
I commanded the sleeves should be cut out and sewed up again.
And I had thee in place where thou should knowest it.
Well, sir, in brief, the gown is not for me. Go, take it up unto thy master's use.
Oh, but stay, Petruchio.
Tailor, I'll pay thee for thy gown tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, come, my Kate, we will unto your father's, even in these honest, mean habiliments. Our purses shall be proud, our garments poor, for 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. What, is the jay more precious than the lark because his feathers are more beautiful? Oh no, good Kate, we will henceforthwith to feast and sport us at thy father's house. Oh, Grumio!
Aye, sir.
Go call my men and let us straight to him.
Aye, sir.
Let's see, I think 'tis now some 7 o'clock, and well, we may come there by dinner time.
I dare assure you, sir, 'tis almost 2, and 'twill be supper time ere you come there.
It shall be 7 ere I go to horse. Look, what I speak or do or think to do, you are still crossing it. It shall be what o'clock I say it is. Come on, in God's name, once more toward our fathers. Good Lord, how bright and goodly shines the moon.
The moon? The sun. It is not moonlight now.
I say it is the moon that shines so bright.
I know. It is the sun that shines so bright.
Now, by my mother's son, it shall be moon or star or what I list, or ere I journey to your father's house. Go on, Grumio, fetch the horses back again. Evermore crossed and crossed, nothing but crossed.
Forward, I pray, since we have come so far. And be it moon or sun or what you please. If you please to call it a rush candle, henceforth I vow it shall be so for me.
I say it is the moon.
I know it is the moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Then God be blessed. It is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not. And the moon changes even as your mind. What you will have it named, even that it is, and so it shall be so for Catherine.
Well, forward, forward.
As they ride along their dusty way in the bright, clear Italian sun, they see a traveler coming along a side road. At once, a wild light leaps into Petruchio's eyes, and he spurs their horses forward so that they may meet at the crossroads. You wonder to what purpose of bedeviling Catherine he will put to his fellow traveler, who seems to be a substantial character, an elderly man of some position in the world, a great merchant perhaps, or a dignitary of state, certainly a great gentleman.
Good morrow, gentle mistress. Where away?
Sir?
Tell me, sweet Kate, and tell me truly too, hast thou beheld a fresher gentlewoman? Sweet Kate, embrace her for her beauty's sake.
Sir?
Young, budding virgin, fair and fresh and sweet, whither away, or where is thy abode?
Madam?
Why, how now, Kate, I hope thou art not mad. This is a man, old, wrinkled, faded, withered. It is not a maiden, as thou say he is.
Pardon, O father, my mistaking eyes that have been so bedazzled with
Son.
yes, son. Pardon, I pray. Now I perceive you are the Reverend Father. Pardon for my mad mistaking.
Do, good old grandsire, and withal make known which way thou travellest. If along with us, we shall be joyful of thy company.
Fair sir, and you, merry madam, that with your strange encounter much amazed me. My name is called Vicenzio, my dwelling Pisa. I am bound for Padua, there to visit a son of mine which long I have not seen.
What is his name?
Lucentio, gentle sir.
this gentleman met on the road is the father of Lucentio, that pretended Latin master who is now the husband of Bianca. And now we see the strands of this masquerade pulled closer together. Now our travelers are in the streets of the city right in front of Catherine's old home. We know that Catherine obeys her husband, but has her spirit really been tamed? I wonder.
Husband, why wait we here? Shall we not go in?
First, kiss me, Kate, and we will.
What, in the midst of the street?
What? Art thou ashamed of me?
Oh, no, sir. God forbid. But ashamed to kiss.
Why then, let's go home again. Sirrah, let's away.
Nay, I will give thee a kiss. Now, pray thee, love, stay.
Is this not well, Catherine? Come, my sweet Kate, better once that never, for never too late.
The feast, which was postponed on Petruchio and Catherine's wedding day, has now taken place. A triple festival for 3 marriages. Petruchio and Catherine, Lucentio and the pretty Bianca, and even Hortensio has met and married a wealthy widow, Gertrude. Only the other suitor, the grandiose Antico, reconciles himself to being a perpetual bachelor. It is a cheerful moment when men, having eaten and drunk together, are prone to make bets about the superior virtues of the wives they have honored with marriage. The virtue they are discussing now is obedience, and Petruchio has not yet convinced the others that he has actually tamed the shrew, least of all as he convinced the father of the shrew.
Now, in good sadness, son Petruchio, I think thou hast the veriest shrew of all.
Well, I say no. Let's each one send unto his wife, and he whose wife is most obedient, to come at first when he doth send for her, shall win the wager which we will propose.
Content. What's the wager?
20 crowns.
20 crowns? I'll venture so much on my hawk or hound, but 20 times so much upon my wife.
100 then.
Content.
A match, 'tis done.
Who shall begin?
That will I. Antigo, go bid Mistress Bianca to come to me.
I go.
Son, I'll be your half, Bianca comes.
I'll have no halves. I'll bear it all myself. How now? What news?
Sir, your mistress sends you word that she is busy and cannot come.
How? She's busy and she cannot come. Is that an answer?
Aye, and a kind one, too. Pray God, sir, your wife sends you not a worse.
I hope a better. Now you, Hortensio.
Sir Antico, go and entreat my wife to come to me forthwith.
No. Oh, Hortensio, entreat her. Nay, then she must needs come.
I'm afraid, sir. Do what you can. Yours will not be entreated.
Sir? Sir?
Now, where's my wife?
She says you have some goodly jest in hand. She will not come. She bids you come to her.
Worse and worse, she will not come. Oh, vile, intolerable, not to be endured. Sir Grumio.
Aye, sir.
Go to your mistress. Say I command her to come to me.
I know her answer.
What?
She will not.
The foul of fortune mine, and there an end.
Now, by my holidom, here comes Katharina.
What is your will that you send for me, sir?
Where is your sister and Hortensio's wife, Gertrude?
They sit conferring by the parlor fire.
Go fetch them hither. If they deny to come, swinge me them soundly forth until their husbands. Away, I say, and bring them hither straight.
Here's a wonder, if you talk of a wonder.
So it is. I wonder what it bodes.
Marry. Peace it bodes, and love, and quiet life. An awful rule and right supremacy. And to be short, what not that's sweet and happy?
Now, fair befall thee, good Petruchio. The wager thou hast won, and I will add unto their losses 20,000 crowns. Another dowry to another daughter. for she is changed as she had never been.
Nay, I will win my wager better yet, and show more sign of her obedience. For her new built virtue and obedience. See where she comes and brings your headstrong wives as prisoners to her womanly persuasion.
My lord.
Catherine, that cap of yours becomes you not. Off with the bauble, throw it underfoot.
Lord, let me never have a cause to sigh till I be brought to such a silly pass.
Fie, what a foolish duty call you this?
I would your duty were as foolish too. The wisdom of your duty, fair Bianca, hath cost me 100 crowns since supper time.
The more fool you for laying on my duty.
Catherine, I charge thee tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
Oh, come, you're mocking. We will have no telling.
Come on, I say, and first begin with Hortensio's wife.
Oh, she shall not.
I say she shall, and first begin with her.
Fie, fie. Unknit that threatening, unkind brow, and dart not scornful glances from those eyes to wound thy lord, thy king, thy governor.
What?
What?
Thy husband is thy lord, thy life, thy keeper, thy head, thy sovereign, one that cares for thee, and for thy maintenance commits his body to painful labor, both by sea and land, to watch the day in cold, the night in storms, while thou liest warm at home, safe and secure, and craves no other tribute at thy hands but love, fair looks, and true obedience. So great, so little payment for so great a debt.
Oh, yes.
Even such duty as the subject owes the prince. Even such a woman oweth her husband. And when she is contrary, peevish, sullen, sour, and not obedient to his honest will, what is she but a foul, contending rebel and graceless traitor to her loving lord? I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war where they should kneel for peace, or seek for rule, supremacy, and sway where they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world, but that our soft condition and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? Come, come, you disobedient and unable worms. My mind hath been as big as one of yours. My heart is great, my reason haply more, to bandy word for word and frown for frown. But now I see our lances are but straws, our strength as weak, our weakness past compare. Then place your hands below your husband's foot.
My lord.
In token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. May it do him ease.
Why, there's a wench. Come on, kiss me, Kate.
And now, our tale of the taming of the shrew has been told.
Does that mean we are finished?
Not quite, Curtis. We still have the public service announcement for the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks, the notice of Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater's next show, and the curtain.
Can I do one of them? Please? Pretty please?
Oh, of course, Curtis. Why not? Here, do the PSA.
Wait, I have to talk about blood?
In a good way, Curtis. And don't forget to cue the jingle.
All right, if thou sayest so. Friends, the Community Blood Center of the Ozarks at 3503 South Thompson Street in Springdale, Arkansas, needs your donations to help save as many lives as possible when accidents happen or surgery is needed. One donation can help save as many as 3 lives. Please call 479-927-1200 or go online to make an appointment to give. That be it?
Now, cue the jingle.
Sing the CBCO jingle.
Are you going to donate your blood? We need all types like A, B, and O. Community Blood Center, that's where you'll go. You may help somebody you know.
Thank you. Folks, here is the other Herald to talk to you of Christmas in the Blitz, the next show from Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater.
Thanks, Original Herald. Friends, please join us this Christmas season for as Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater presents Christmas in the Blitz. One family, 2 wars, 3 Christmases. Come meet the White family. Join their celebrations and trials as they navigate life surrounded by war and hardships. Consider with them, what does faith look like when things get hard? Can God be trusted when things go wrong? We hope you'll be with us in early December for this original production written by 2 of our own Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater members. Please check out our NWAAT page on Facebook for performance times, dates, and places. Thank you. Back to you, Original Herald.
Thank you, Other Herald. Now, this last part is the curtain call, Curtis.
What is the curtain called?
Friends, on behalf of
Laurie Anderson.
Kenny Goff.
Jim Olmsted.
Lori Londigan.
Tim Hare.
Anna Adams.
Michael Hooper. Rowdy Prettyman.
Karen Gossett.
And I'm Scott Anderson. Northwest Arkansas Audio Theater thanks you for your company and wishes you a pleasant time until we meet again.